Hey, it's Thomas here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Aqua Illumination's Prime 16 HD. These are fantastic, high-performance LED fixtures with all the bells and whistles in a very compact and easily affordable format with app control, great mounting options, and despite being super tiny, is very capable of growing corals not only in nano reefs like you'd expect, but when used in the right way, also has fantastic performance on larger reef tanks too. So let's take a closer look. There are tons of LED light fixtures out there that are more than capable of growing corals, but the AI Prime 16 HD is one of, if not the most popular fixture around, and it should come as no surprise. They have the same excellent spectrum and app control as the larger Hydra fixtures, a variety of slick mounting options, are one of the most affordable flagship fixtures at just over $200, which is half the price of a Radeon XR15, and they make corals look great. They're also incredibly flexible and can also achieve better performance in terms of spread and coverage than the larger Hydra fixtures puck for puck. So let's get this one out of the box and I'll show you what I'm talking about. In the box, you'll find the AI Prime 16 HD, the power supply and power cable, the quick start guide, and a small tool for removing the screen for maintenance. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. There are 4 different versions of the AI Prime: the Reef that I have here, the Fuge, the Freshwater, and the Soul. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on the Prime 16 HD Reef. However, I will touch on the new Soul version in just a little bit, so you can kind of decide for yourself if that $20 in savings is going to be worth it for you. Despite its extremely small stature, the Prime 16 HD Reef is a powerhouse LED fixture capable of providing enough light to keep the easiest softies all the way up to more light-demanding SPS, and has all the same control and spectrum offerings as the larger Hydra 32 and 64 models, but with only a single puck of LEDs, which also gives it a distinct advantage. Unlike the Hydra 32 or 64 fixtures, an array of smaller Prime fixtures allows you to spread out those LED pucks further apart so you can achieve a more even distribution of light with less shadowing. So if you have been considering those larger Hydra fixtures, it may be worth a little bit extra to choose, for example, 8 of the Prime fixtures over 2 of the Hydra 64 fixtures, just to be able to spread all of that light output more evenly. The Prime fixtures also have the advantage of being able to grow with you as a reefer. If you start with a pair of Prime fixtures on your 36 by 18 40-gallon breeder aquarium, after a year of growth, you may find that your now larger frags are getting some shadowing between the colonies. Instead of buying all new lighting or filler lights, you can get another pair of Primes and keep all of the lighting on the same app, the same schedule, and save that added cost of upgrading to all new lighting at the same time. And the exact same thing applies if you decide to upgrade your tank. Instead of all new lighting for your corals to adjust to, you can just add more Primes to your existing ones to cover the increased footprint of that new aquarium. When it comes to mounting hardware, the Primes have a number of flexible options, and that includes 2 literally flexible goosenecks in 12-inch and 18-inch lengths to suit a variety of tank sizes with panels up to 1.2 inches thick, with or without trim. They have a slick rubberized coating on the neck and include clips to hold the wires neatly against the gooseneck for a clean look. If you prefer a rigid mount, then the Prime tank mount arm is great and my personal favorite. It's made from lightweight aluminum and has very little weight, making it great for smaller tanks with thinner panels, but it can still fit tanks with panels up to 1.25 inches thick, and it has adjustable height that ranges from roughly 5 inches up to 12 inches, and an adjustable length from 6 inches up to 12 inches, making it suitable for tanks as small as a 12-inch cube, up to larger tanks with a 24-inch depth front to back like a 120-gallon. It also has a ball joint attachment for the light that allows it to pivot so you can direct the light where you need it most, and cord routing channels to keep things looking slick. Last but not least, if you prefer to hang your fixture on a wire or want to attach your Prime to a universal hybrid fixture bracket or mounting rail, there's also a hanging kit available that includes a special L bracket with that same clever ball joint connection, as well as all the hardware you need to hang the light from the ceiling. The L bracket has an open slot on the top that can be used with generic stainless steel nuts and bolts from your local hardware store to attach it to universal brackets like the ones included with the Aquatic Life Hybrid T5 fixtures. The Prime 16 HD Reef's Spectrum is exactly what you would expect to see in a premium reef LED light, offering wide coverage on the blue end, including UV and violet, with cool white, red, and green diodes to balance it out for a brighter, more natural look. The wide blue spectrum will provide plenty of par and fluorescence for coral growth and color pop, and can certainly show off those psychedelic coral colors reefers are pining for. And if you're the kind of reefer who really doesn't use much white, green, or red, the app will allow you to overdrive the blue and UV channels with the extra wattage not being used by the channels you've turned down, which is exactly what Randy has done with the BRS recommended spectrum of UV and violet channels at 166%, the royal blue and blue channels at 125%, red and green at just 10%, and the cool white at 65%, which creates a spectrum offering that comes in very close to the ATI Blue Plus used as the gold standard, and will certainly do a great job at growing colorful coral colonies. When it comes to spread and coverage, a single Prime 16 HD can provide enough par for softies and LPS within a 24-inch by 24-inch footprint, or if SPS is your goal, a 16 by 16-inch footprint. That means a single Prime can effectively light a wide range of nano tanks, while a pair or even trio of Primes is an excellent option for 36 and 48-inch tanks. And like I touched on earlier, by adding more primes and spreading them out over a larger aquarium, you can actually achieve better spread and par distribution while reducing hotspots and shadowing compared to the Hydra 32 and 64 fixtures for nearly the same cost, which is going to be very appealing for a lot of reefers. The Prime 16 HD runs on the My AI app, which is available for both Android and iOS devices. It offers all the control you'll need to tune the spectrum and intensity to what you prefer for your specific reefing goals, as well as create a schedule with just a few taps using easy setup. You can also create your own custom schedule by adding, removing, or dragging points on the graph, as well as customizing the spectrum for each point, providing a ton of flexibility. There are also optional lunar and acclimation modes for nighttime viewing and acclimating new corals. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there is a new AI Prime 16 Sol version, which is a throwback to a classic light that helped put AI on the map. The new Prime 16 Sol has a bluer spectrum that includes only 3 channels, including blue, royal blue, and cool white, and removes the green, red, violet, and UV diodes from the mix, cutting down on the overall cost of the light. This simplified version of the Prime is going to be an excellent option for those who want a bluer look to their tank while shedding some of the spectral frills, saving about 13 watts of power and $20 off the price tag. So if you don't intend to use the green and red channels, or are going to have them set to practically 0, and don't really mind not having those UV and violet channels, then the AI Prime Sol is for you. But if you prefer to have the full range of spectrum at your fingertips, or enjoy having a wider looking tank and want to squeeze out as much par as possible for your higher light demanding corals, the Prime 16 HD Reef is a phenomenal option, especially at its price point. So if this little powerhouse light fits your reefing mantra, you can pick one up for yourself by clicking right here.